Hi guys, and welcome back to video 2, which I'm pretty much calling this feature $1 million CPNs, or how to create $1 million CPN, which is pretty much be a 2 or 3 part series. Okay, on this particular move this out the way. Okay, on this particular where we left off on this particular CPN number, which we start off here. When they created this number, it looks like a good number, but again, in no way do I endorse SSN Validator. In my opinion, it became outdated about 5 years ago when we actually could use it for certain information, but the world moves forward, and this site has not moved forward. It will not enable you to create a good CPN, because when you look at this number, it says this SSN has been validated, and the average person who know they need a CPN, they know they need a new credit start, they go here, they see the green. I guess the green is like a psychological component where it makes you feel really good, and it make you say, well, hey, this is good. Okay, well, it's good, but it's absolutely not good, because when you actually see the same numbers, 6087, 60287, you would see that it has multiple identities attached to it, which I can guarantee you 110%. If you use this number and it has multiple identities, although you may have an 800 credit score, 750 credit score, you're going to get requests for information, only because when they underwrite this file or they look at it, they're going to see that not only does it have your name, it has somebody's completely different name. I can see it was Mr. Jose Auckland and Mrs. Jose Auckland, or Mr. Hangling Kim and Mrs. Hangling Kim, which is explainable. But to have two separate people in two separate states that apparently one is Mexican and one is Asian, it's not going to happen. It's a bad CPN number. Okay, let's look at another number, just so you guys can really get an idea of what you have to stop doing if you really want to have $1 million profile and you want to spend money for trade lines, and it's going to work. On this particular number, now this one is SSN Validator. Now this is the only thing that I would say the SSN Validator is good for. It clearly tells you that this number has a Death Master file attached to September 9th of 2008 of a Zane sheet. Now, this is a $42 report for safe scan. Now, let's see here. This says Death Master file 0909-2008 for a Zane sheet, January 10th. Boom, 10-409, like the commercial, the 409 spray. Boom, 10-409. Death Master file 0999-2008 Zan sheet. They are essentially the exact same information. I will 110% endorse the SSN Validator for at least telling you a dead person number as being a dead person's number. It's the same thing that's coming up. It's something that's going to cost you $42, and it's flat out proven. Here, you can click there to get you into more biographical information on this particular person who's, deceased at this point. Next number we're going to look at. We're going to look at this number. Now, this is a number here that I'm seeing a lot of people using. A lot of people that create CPNs or buying CPNs from other resellers, they think they pretty much found an easy way to come up with a CPN number by using what they call post-randomization numbers. These are numbers that, according to the SSA from June 25th of 2011, they were supposed to start issuing these numbers. Guess what? They haven't. New births, new people coming to this country through ITINs and so forth, they are having the old numbers still issued to them. Real, quote-unquote, Social Security numbers, not these new post-randomization numbers. What's happening is this, is when you issue this number, it is showing up in an SSN Validator as post-randomization, you're getting treated the same way as you would if you have multiple profiles, because it's not confirming who you are. That's ends with starts with 32, then 733. Now let's see how this looks under a safe scan report. 02733. Caution. There's the magic word right here. Caution. Post-randomization number, exact same thing, so on and so forth. But here's the problem. SSN Validator doesn't do a background information on your numbers. You get this and say, okay, this is the post-randomization number. This is a good CPN number. I know I can use it because I know nobody's using it. Guess what? You have a lot of people that's trying to use these numbers. And guess what? Their information also shows up there. So when you have a big fat caution that pops up on your CPN number, that means exactly that. You have a caution. The banks are going to see that. They're going to request information or flat out deny. They're going to call you and harass you and ask for this information, but you're wondering why. Why is this happening to me? Because your number's throwing a caution. Yeah, I want to say goofball, but you're throwing a caution. Then you sent it to us for trade lines. Okay, you're sending your numbers to us, so when we look at it, it's like, what are you doing? It's like we can't touch this number because now you're interfering with our trade lines. We don't want to have our car. We lost a big company recently. Some of you guys were buying trade lines from them. Guess what? They're not there. Okay, now they're sending all their people to us so we can bail them out because they don't have the software either to understand what they're doing. Okay, and we're definitely not going to put our trade lines on bad numbers. But in this particular case, post-randomization number, which some people think that that's a good number to use, but guess what? Look what's there. A human being. Remote service return a single identity of this person, and this is a CPN number. Okay, and these are the numbers that are being caught. Guess what? I didn't really want to do a video like this because not only am I teaching you guys what's going on, Capital One, American Express, Bank of America, they watch us too. Okay, they're going to say, okay, aha. So all we have to do is tweak our filters to look for cautions and so on and so forth and put those guys under manual review. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Those CPN numbers are not going to work. I guarantee you. They will not work. It's not that that's going to happen. That's already happening because we're getting a lot of calls saying, hey, why is this happening? So where did you get your CPN? Oh, I got it from a friend of mine, so on and so forth. I got it from another company. We look at it, boom. That's the problem. So this is how it looks on the SSN validator, 733. This is how it looks when you pay money to actually see what it looks. 733. There's a caution, there's a post-randomization, and there's a person. That's a 3-strike. 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes, bad CPN number. Let's look at the next number. On this particular situation, same person comes in here, buy trade lines. We want to look at where it says SSN validator, same thing, post-randomization, status randomization, issuance unknown, record as of, this is another, so on and so forth. So they use these numbers, they sell these numbers, they give them to you. Your guys are getting bad CPN numbers. Your CPN numbers are not working because you're not getting approved. Who wants to pay $500 for a CPN or $200 for a CPN, then $500 or $2,000 for trade lines, and just only have a laminated credit report on your wall to say, hey, look, I got a CPN number and a 785 credit score, but I didn't get any credit, or I wasn't approved. That was cool. That wasn't cool. That was a waste of money because it starts with your CPN number. Okay, now let's see here. Now on this one, let's see how this number looks. You got 67098. Boom. 67098. Remote service return a single identity of this particular individual. Okay, not only you have 1 strike with the caution, you have transition group caution, which the banks are catching. It's not that you have, I'm going to say it again, it's not that you have a credit score high enough for an approval, it's that you have a profile that is being flagged. Transition group. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Put your social security number in SSN validator, you're not going to pull something that's going to say that. It's not going to say that, and when we look at it, it's not going to say that. Okay, so 1 caution, 2 cautions. You're not throwing the multiple identities, but it's still enough that they're going to look at it. They're going to want information to see why you have the special social security number, and basically that's exactly what it is. Let's look at another one because we're approaching 10 minutes. Same situation. According to the SSN, the data, this is social security number, switch to randomization, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that one is 32562, 32562. Now, this is how it looks before you burn it. A clean post-randomization number that doesn't have your number stamped to it after you do a hard pull and try and merge it. It's going to just show up like this. This tells me that this is, in fact, a blank, brand new CPN number. The only problem is this. Caution right off the rip, post-randomization right off the bat. Right off the bat, it's going to hit their filters. You will not get credit. Thank you for watching the second part of how to make $1 million CPN profile. Please watch the next part.